Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Online Smicha. The month of Tishrei, Baruch Hashem, it's Mesuba b'mitzvahs. We have a lot of mitzvahs, a lot of time to spend in shul. Perhaps we should discuss something concerning or involved with the mitzvah or the kedusha of Beis HaKnesses. And spending so much time in the shul, I'm sure many people will end up losing something, a gartel, a kittel, a machzer. They'll end up leaving in shul, and they come back to look for it. And the responsibility and the question is, do they have claims? Who's responsible to make sure that you get your machzer back? Does anybody who finds a machzer or a siddur or a gartel, does he have reason to believe that he could keep it, etc., etc.? So I want to start, and the most important point is, if I could call that the most important point, is what happens in the shul after a month of many, many guests and extra people coming, and people are leaving a lot of things. What does the shul do? Does the shul have any rights to get rid of it, sell it, or give it away? Or the shul has to keep on storing in case somebody will show up? So first, I would like to start off with the suggestion that Rav Moshe Feinstein says in his Shilos Teshuvos. He says, Toiv l'sakein. It's preferable to establish that any aveda, any lost object there is in a yeshiva or in a shul, that if im loy ba bal aveda bizman mesuyim, that if you believe that nobody showed up for a period of time, sha'az ha'aveda tia liyeshiva oila maitza. So let's establish this, says Rav Moshe, that if you don't show up within 30 days, I'm giving an example of 30 days, he doesn't say that number, then the yeshiva, the shul, has right to keep it, has right to do whatever he wants. It's not only the yeshiva. Actually, the next person finding it could assume that it's hefker. Utzrichim lohidia lefarsim hatakana lechol b'nei yeshivas. And he suggests that you should publicize this and perhaps put up a sign to know that any lost object, that any object left here in the shul for a long time, we have rights to do. Whoever finds it may keep it, and the shul definitely will have rights to expose it in any way they need. Ukshiyedei vadai. And if the shul knows for sure, says Rav Moshe, or even if you're not sure, even if it's a suffix that this lost object is from a guest that just showed up for one yomtov, who you're not going to see again, that person does not know this takana, that there's a 30-day limit. This takana I'm suggesting, says Rav Moshe, doesn't help. Nevertheless, because the majority of the people davening in the shul are regulars, so you could assume that the lost object is from the majority of people, and the majority of people heard this rule, saw the sign that says anything left in shul will be finders keepers. If so, you could rely on that, unless you know for sure it's from a guest. And at a certain point in time, the shul could take the objects, a finder could keep the objects because it's over, it's history. The Mishnah Brura, in Siman Kuf Nun Dalid, in Hilchas Beis HaKnesses, Seif Katan Nun Tes, brings a bunch of nice, important halachas about Beis HaKnesses. He talks about donations, people writing their name on printing or writing the name on svarim, on walls, on dedications. But in the middle of that conversation, he says like this: Matzah davar b'chatzer Beis HaKnesses. A person is walking in shul, he's walking in the chatzer, the Beis HaKnesses, and he finds something. He finds a gartel, he finds a shofar. Oy b'Beis HaKnesses. Why? Not only outside the Beis HaKnesses, he finds something in the Beis HaKnesses. Zacha boy. The one who finds it gets to keep it. Shouldn't the shul be first on the line? In the line? Why should the shul be first in the line? It's in our territory. It's in our property. Says the Mishnah Brura, V'lo yamrinon de yikna hachatzer lehekdish. We don't say that because it's found in this and this property, the property has first rights, first ownership to the object, because in this case, the ownership of the property has no din kedima. Why? The chatzer koine mitam yad. Yad means an extension of my hand. Chatzer, my real estate, my property, is sort of an extension of my hand. So an individual that, just like his hand claims ownership to what's in his hand, his property claims ownership as an extension of being like his hand. But that's an individual people. When you're talking about hektish, a beis hamikdash, a beis haknesses, there is no yad. It's a spiritual yad. So he quotes from the Rabbi Kiva Eger, "Ve'ein yad lahektish." Since there is no yad lahektish, so the chatzer, the property, doesn't apply by hektish. And therefore, whoever finds something in shul, if you could only assume that the person who lost it, obviously he's not talking about where there's a simon, or he's not talking about where there's a name, that's flat out stealing. They're talking about something where a person loses, you could assume that the person gives up. He's miyayish. There was 100,000 people, thousands of people here. You think I'm going to find my watch ever again? So, therefore, if a person finds something in a shul, the shul does not have any more rights than the person finding it, and you could keep it. And he continues by saying, "Ubesefer Magen Giborim." However, in the Sefer Magen Giborim, he says this is not so simple. There is actually a machlokes. There is a machlokes about this. Now, Reb Moshe, in another tshuva, recommends that every shul should post a sign. And the sign should say, anything that's left in the shul for a certain period of time will become hefker. Now, as I mentioned before, the shul cannot say, we will take it, it's ours. Mishnah Berurah says you have no right over somebody who finds it. But we have right to say that anything which is in the shul after a certain period of time will become hefker, finders keepers, so everybody should be sure to keep what they have handy and close by them.